There are some game series that you enjoy, and then there are the ones that become part of who you are. For me, Mortal Kombat has always been one of those franchises. Ever since I was a kid, Mortal Kombat felt different. It wasn't just the fighting, it wasn't just the blood or the fatalities. There was something about the entire package that grabbed my attention and my imagination in a way very few games ever have. The characters felt larger than life, the worlds felt dangerous and mysterious, every fighter had a story, a rivalry, and a purpose. It felt like stepping into a dark fantasy martial arts movie where absolutely anything could happen. Out of the entire series, Mortal Kombat 2 has always been my favorite. I know everyone has their own pick, but there are a lot of strong contenders out there throughout this franchise, and Mortal Kombat was the game that really solidified everything I love about the series. The roster expanded in all the right ways, the atmosphere was incredible, Outworld felt strange, intimidating, and unforgettable. Characters like Kitana, Melina, Baraka, Kung Lao, Jax, and Shao Kahn helped transform Mortal Kombat from a cool arcade game into a full-fledged universe. There was a sense of mystery surrounding MK2 that I still don't think has ever been completely replicated. Secret characters, rumors on playgrounds, strange stage backgrounds, hidden details. Back then, information wasn't instantly available online. Every discovery felt earned. Every rumor felt believable. It was one of those rare moments where imagination filled in the gaps between what was on screen and what was actually possible. That sense of wonder is something I still associate with the franchise today. As the series evolved, Mortal Kombat became one of the biggest reasons I fell in love with fighting games in general. It introduced me to the thrill of competition, learning characters, mastering moves, and getting better over time. It taught me that a great fighting game isn't just about reflexes. It's about understanding systems, adapting, and finding a playstyle that felt uniquely yours. At the same time, Mortal Kombat also played a huge role in shaping my appreciation for horror. Looking back, it's funny how much horror DNA has always existed within the series. The monsters, the body horror, the grotesque creature designs, the dark realms, the undead warriors, the atmosphere. Mortal Kombat constantly blended martial arts action with horror movie energy, and I absolutely loved it. It was scary enough to feel dangerous, but still fun enough to keep coming back for more. The spectacle was another huge part of the appeal. Nobody did spectacle quite like Mortal Kombat. Whether it was a shocking fatality, a massive boss battle against Shao Kahn, or simply seeing two iconic characters finally clash, the series always understood how to create memorable moments. It embraced being over the top, it embraced being ridiculous, and it embraced being larger than life. And somehow it made all of that work. That love naturally extended into the movies as well. The original 1995 film still holds a special place in my heart. It wasn't perfect, but it captured the spirit of Mortal Kombat in a way that felt genuine. It understood the characters, and it understood the tournament. It understood that balance between action, fantasy, and fun. Then, of course, there was the 2021 reboot. I really wanted to love that movie. There were elements that worked. Some of the action sequences were fantastic. Seeing characters like Scorpion and Sub-Zero brought to life with modern effects was genuinely exciting. There were moments where I could see the potential for something special. But for me, the movie never quite came together. The biggest issue is that it felt strangely disconnected from what makes Mortal Kombat Mortal Kombat. The focus on Cole Young never really landed for me. The tournament that should have been the centerpiece barely existed. Many of the classic characters felt underutilized. Instead of feeling like a celebration of the franchise, it often felt like it was building towards the movie that I actually wanted to see later. The foundations were there, the execution just wasn't. That's why I was pleasantly surprised by how much the sequel improved on those issues. The biggest improvement for me was confidence. The sequel feels far more comfortable embracing the franchise and its characters. It leans into the mythology, it trusts the audience, it spends more time with the fighters people actually came to see. The stakes feel larger, the action feels bigger, the entire experience feels closer to the Mortal Kombat I grew up loving. And then there's Karl Urban as Johnny Cage. Honestly, he showed up. Johnny Cage is one of those characters who can completely fall apart if the casting isn't right. He needs charisma, he needs confidence, he needs humor, he needs enough swagger to be entertaining without becoming annoying. Karl Urban managed to find that balance. His version of Johnny Cage feels like someone who belongs in this universe while still bringing the personality fans expect. Every scene he appears in gains a little extra energy. He understands the assignment and clearly has fun with the role, which makes it fun to watch. More importantly, he feels like Johnny Cage. Not a reinterpretation, not a replacement. Johnny Cage. By the time the credits rolled, I found myself enjoying the sequel far more than I expected. It isn't perfect, there are still things I'd love to see refined moving forward, but it feels like a step in the right direction. It feels like filmmakers starting to understand why people have cared about Mortal Kombat for over 3 decades. Because Mortal Kombat has never just been about violence. It's about iconic characters, it's about mythology, it's about rivalries, it's about spectacle. It's about seeing impossible warriors from impossible worlds clash in unforgettable ways. For me, it's also a reminder of why I fell in love with gaming in the first place. It introduced me to fighting games, it helped shape my love of horror, it showed me how memorable world building can elevate a simple concept into something timeless. And after all these years, whether I'm revisiting MK2, jumping into the latest game, or watching a new movie adaptation, that excitement is still there. Some franchises come and go, Mortal Kombat keeps finding new ways to survive. And honestly, that's probably the most Mortal Kombat thing imaginable. Thanks for hanging out with me and sharing a little trip down memory lane. Until next time, finish them.